kind of been playing around, but nothing like serious. And I was at the point where I was kind of like, I would like to get into like a band and play shows and write songs again. And my buddy Andrew, actually my roommate, sent me a Craigslist ad that they had posted. And it said like Super Heaven, Citizen, Teenage Risk is like the influences. And then there was like a way to find Blossom, like a link to find Blossom. And I listened to the song, and my roommate Andrew said, "This is perfect for you. This is right up your alley." And when I listened to it, and I was like, "Okay, how do I get involved with this?" So I sent an email to, I think it was Trevor. It was all anonymous at the time, pretty hush hush. I didn't know who I was talking to, and then he just, he was like, "Hey, send me a video of you playing and something." So I sent him a video of me covering Blossom, and then like a demo track that I had been working on, which was kind of in the same like, Citizen type, Super Heaven type, stuff that I listened to a lot. And so I went over and met with Tom at the Delaware house, like right before they were moving out. And as soon as I walked in, I saw like this big Friedman half stack and like all this nice gear. And I was like, oh God, like, I'm going to have to live up with this. I'm going to live up to this. And we just like played through Blossom a few times and like hung out. And he was like, by the time I was leaving, he's like, "Yeah, you're in if you want to be." And then I was like, "Okay." And then he was like, "All right, go buy this amp and this." So I went out and bought, like, spent a bunch of money on gear. And, it's been awesome, man. I mean, like, it's just been like, since getting in, it's been like such a big part of my life and such a huge positive part of my life. So
that's awesome.
For sure.
That's so rad. And I mean, at least they didn't end up being murderers, right? Like, didn't.
Yeah. We got some weird replies on those Craigslist ads.
I bet. What was your favorite one? What was like the craziest one? Obviously, Scott's your favorite one because he ended up being a part of the band. But
there was this guy who replied to us. His name was he put his name as Spanky Hogwasher.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And so
on the right track already.
Buckle your seatbelt. So this is verbatim.
Oh boy.
You're a punk band and you have a flower on your album cover. Okay, whatever. Hard hitting, in the pocket, no fancy drummer looking for work. I do my job. Keep time. Maybe you should just use the drum machine or hire an F word, not fuck, but the other F word, DJ. But just in case you want a mean, full of piss and vinegar human with a slight bit of talent, let me know. I'm JB, so mean and crazy, even Satan won't jam with me.
Wow. That is quite the response. That sounds like a freaking Call of Duty lobby. An 11-year-old kid comes in. He's like, "You suck, man."
Yeah. I wanted to meet him.
I mean, honestly, you kind of like at that point, you really wish it wasn't anonymous. You could like see his picture, like Facebook stalk or like Instagram stalk him and like follow his content and feel like, what the heck is up with this guy? What's his issue?
That one made my day. I don't know.
That is, honestly. So like, man, it's been a long time now, almost 3 years. I was literally like, as a project, was developing a social media app intended for bands and musicians to be able to connect, right? So a band could like say, "Hey, we're looking for a guitarist." A guitarist could have their profile showing, almost like a LinkedIn for like bands and musicians, right? And and I was like, man, because I hear these Craigslist stories and I just think to myself, that just sounds so wild. Like and honestly, it's really cool though, because having not met each other and just like, that's kind of magical to like have that, someone come in and say, "Hey, I dig your music." And then you guys are like, "Hey, I dig the way you sound. Now go pay thousands of bucks on equipment and join us." Like that's a pretty big ask, right? Like right off the bat, it's like, "Hey, yeah, you're in if you want, but here are the requirements. Equipment.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't tell Scott to go out and spend thousands of dollars. I just encouraged him.
I was a happy participant. Let's just say that.
Well, yeah. I mean, what equipment did he tell you to get? What stuff did you end up picking up?
Well, we were throwing down some ideas, and like honestly, it is a big part of the sound of like the way we're trying to kind of make these songs, like the guitar tone and just how we want the whole vibe to be. So we tossed around a few ideas. I ended up going with an orange Rockaverb Mark III, and then a Friedman cab, and then a bunch of goofy pedals so I could get weird. But it's, we were just, as far as like the sound goes, I think it was a really good match. So it wasn't that bad. I kind of been saving up to like get a really serious rig anyway, and this was like a perfect excuse for me to go and like feed my gear habit. But I didn't have a need for like 100 watt amp, like, just sitting at home, like, recording stuff in my basement. But
now you need to compete with everyone else's noise.
Yeah, exactly. So I was playing out of a little like Fender combo, it sounds great. It's an awesome amp, but we sound good. It's definitely a big sound right now. And it's awesome.
That's dope.